Hello there, my friends. This is Robin Hood, and today I am doing a commentary for a 1 versus 1 that I played in Shogun 2 Total War Fall of the Samurai. So, this is against Spongy. I've actually fought him like 4 times. I may have even done a commentary of a battle against him earlier. I'm not quite sure. This is like our 3rd battle, and I won this one. I'd won the previous 2 also. There was a 4th battle, and he beat me in that battle. Partially had to do with the map, partially had to do with a big mistake on my part, and then that's pretty much that. But you'll see that battle later. This one, this is the army that he ran with in the next battle also, but we'll take a look at my army. I have this United States Marines right here, and I've got to change the blue on those guys. It's too bright. Too bright. Then I've got, I believe, 4 Black Bear infantry. Yep. Yeah, I don't bring the Bird Force or the Imperial infantry or stuff, because these Black Bears put 2 chevrons into them, and they're equal the stats of those guys and less money. I mean, I just find them to be way more cost effective and just as good. So, I've also got 2 of these Yarikai, and I believe I do have a Carbine Cav, and then the Armstrong gun. I almost always bring 1 artillery unit. Sometimes I don't, but on a map like this, it's really kind of a pain in the ass if you don't have artillery and your opponent does, because they'll just sit up here and blast you. And this is not a map where attacking when you don't, like I can beat someone who doesn't have artillery, and I have some battles to show you guys how to do that. But on a map like this, it's just not something you want to do. And having artillery really puts an advantage in your hands. Now, he has one advantage for him. He has way more cavalry than I have. He has 5, I believe, 1 Carbine Cav, 3 Yarikais, and that's his general, actually, so 4. But these cavalry are causing, they're the main problem, because when he engages me with his infantry, which is just as plentiful as mine, if my cavalry loses the fight, I'm screwed, because he will get my artillery, and then I can't focus both on his infantry and on his cavalry with my infantry. So, maybe bringing some cavalry, it really kind of worried me this battle, and it was the thing that won it for him next battle, because the terrain favored his cavalry a lot more. Plus, it was that one map, there's like a hill over here, a windy river in between, and he spawned right next to the archery dojo. And, some maps, this map's fine with the dojos, but some maps have the worst placement. Like, it literally puts one of the best dojos right in the enemy's hands, and you either can go and try to challenge them for it and be at a major downhill disadvantage, and even worse if they do take it, or you can sit back and let them have it, at which point you're at a big disadvantage. And the archery dojo needs nerfed. It does too much of a boost right now with the gun units. But he's going to move around to the left, so obviously I'm following suit with my artillery, or my cavalry. I'm focusing on his cav with my artillery, although now that they're over there, I was shooting some at his infantry. But, these trees, for anyone who's fighting artillery and doesn't have it, trees, they block a ton of the rounds, and you will take very minimal losses. Here I got a few guys, but usually you don't make that many shots through the trees. And over here I'm shooting at this cavalry unit. It's back here just to keep it away. But the one thing with artillery is don't have it on just fire at will. I mean, it's fine, but make sure you tell it what to fire at. So here I do get the downhill charge, and that's gonna help me out a little bit, but I am going to end up losing this cavalry fight due to his general and these Carbine Cav firing in. And I do have my Carbine Cavalry here, and they are going to fire some rounds into this whole mess right here, but it's not going to change that much. It does rout one of the units, maybe. No, my men didn't even give a proper full volley. It might have to do with line of sight. No, they could see. Don't know what that's about. So I was going to try and run away, and my men rout with over half their unit left, because they are wimps. But they come back and make up for it, so we're cool. So at this point, I pull back my flanks to guard against his cavalry, and then I'm going to run this Black Bear infantry up to the fight to try to guard my artillery and my United States Marines. He's sitting on this side of the river, and you know, I have the artillery advantage. There's no need for me to attack, but I would have tried to move forward and take this archery dojo here, but I have right now all my focus is on this artillery, and this is one thing that does make it through trees. Shrapnel shot, so got a few nice kills in there. Just the dead horses. He's gonna come. I land a shell that routes one of the units. My carbine cavalry has come back from routing. I'm gonna turn them around, deliver a volley, and that's gonna rout these guys. So down they go. It's at this point when, instead of maybe maneuvering some more, he decides to attack. He might have seen that my oh, and here's a charge by his Yari-Kai onto my Marines, which was a smart move. They were forming up, and I couldn't make them form up any faster. But my general was right there, and he's gonna take them out pretty much. Plus, the Marines are good in melee. But he got 35 of them around. And so now, maybe the reason he was attacking is because I only had 3 units on the line here. But at this point, my other 2 are coming back down to reinforce. And I have actually gotten cavalry superiority thanks to my artillery's help and just some maneuvering with the carbine cavalry there. And this could have worked out, but I mean it didn't. My general was there with the gun. So as you can see, smoke's filling up the forest, and you can see along this line all of these men firing. And look at that massive downhill advantage that we have. Or uphill, that is. They're downhill from us, but it's a long hill to climb, and we are just gonna shoot the crap out of these guys as they climb it. So, you know, you look up, and there's, oh, that guy's guts are on the screen. Oh, poor man. But yeah, you look up, and there's just not much you can do against that. So, you know, I have my Marines back down here, and they did actually take a pretty bad beating, one in the cav charge, and then they had multiple units firing at them. But besides that, his carbine cav came back from routing too. Mine's gonna get a volley into it, and here he does get a successful charge, although I was turning to meet it, but they're gonna rout immediately. So this is the one, my 2 flanking units are the ones that are gonna take the biggest beating, but at that point his men rout. And that's that. So he and I have played quite a few times. I've won 3 of the times. He won 1. I will show that one later because it shows a few mistakes that I made. But good game too. My opponent's spongy. And, you know, no matter how many times I play him, he's always been a very nice opponent. Highest props to him. If any of you guys see this video and face him, tell him I said hi. Although, I don't know. He should remember me. Not sure. But that's that, and I will see you guys next time. Well, actually, never mind. Their stats. Stay and watch. Forgot about the stats. Still a new thing in Shogun. So we'll look at them. We shall examine them. We shall make a scientific chart and put gallbladder stuff on it. I don't know what I'm saying. Yale Mix is for cats. By the way, cats, bane of all commentators. Good thing my cat's sitting on the floor right now, not in front of my screen. There we go. Yeah, so there it is. My units did pretty well, actually. My Marines got a few kills. These guys lost 9, 177 kills. Lost 16, 175. Artillery didn't do as good as it does some battles. And, it's pretty much that. There's his units. So, there's the stats. Hopefully you guys enjoy that. I can save this replay. I already saved the replay. Okay. Well, that's that. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Thank you for watching. Okay there, guys. If you liked that video, please leave a thumbs up, leave a comment, and click that subscribe button for more. Also provided is a link to my Facebook and Twitter accounts so that you guys can go and check that out. And in the bottom left, we have a link to the last video in this series so that you guys can go and check that out if you haven't already. And on the right is a link to my other channel, Robin Hood FPS, which features all of my first-person shooter gameplay. So if you guys are interested in that kind of stuff, go check out that channel, and thank you for watching.